Hey, Fox here. Today we got the Run Heavy ebook. We are recording it live on stream because Xbox servers are down, so it'll be a blast. If you see anything pop up during the middle of this session, just ignore that. Don't worry about that little guy. Hey, sorry, I had to pause for a second. This is Fox after the fact. I just want to say, if you would like this all in written format, if you would like the written ebook, which contains play breakdowns, including the art and descriptions of the adjustments to make, sub to me at twitch.tv/GutFox. It is free with Twitch Prime. I will be sending out a mass email about a day after this video goes live. But if you sub after that, just stop by stream sometime and ask for it in stream, and a mod will be able to send you the ebooks I've done so far this year on Saints O, Lions D, and now the Run Heavy O. So if you do want it broken down in a written form, sub to me on Twitch at twitch.tv/GutFox, and we'll get you the document. I appreciate it greatly, and let's get back to the video. But we're going to go through a lot of the formations here in offense. We've been running this for about 2.5 months, so I'm pretty well versed in the run heavy. I personally think it's the best offensive scheme in the game, but there is some great stuff in other books, like, the Patriots, the New Orleans, so on and so forth, like all through the whole game. There's a lot of good stuff that you can do to move the ball in offense. Defense, it's a little bit more stale, but I think offense has a lot of things you can do to move the ball in unique ways of moving it. So I like scheming and Madden and offense better than defense, because just like what I said. So I'll run through the formations that I think are most powerful, and then we'll run through basically one by one how I scheme. Single back trio is my favorite formation in the book. That is, you can really hit any part of the field with it, which is why I absolutely adore it. It's also got great runs. Wing tight, it's okay. I didn't really scheme out it very much. It can work, but it's not great. Ace, it's fine. Ace slot's good. Wing slot isn't as good as I'd hoped it to be based off one route we'll get to in a little bit. Bunch isn't the best bunch in the game. It's okay. It's got a quick pitch. Trips by slot. It's got a cover 4 beater in it, which is nice too. Otherwise, the runs out of that aren't that good for some weird reason. I form. We got a decent, I'd say I strong and weak scheme coming out. Whenever I feel like I'm struggling in the trio and my shotgun, I switch down to this weak and this strong pro or strong tight. There's a whole bunch of them, and I actually can move the ball pretty well against some opponents. Full house, I didn't like it. I couldn't really find much that I really enjoyed out of full house using. So it's unique, but the plays are pretty basic. Gun, I'm a big fan of bunch tight end. Great, you can dot up and down the field. Y off trio weak's got some great plays in it. It's got something similar to like the I shouldn't go into too far, but deep in is a wonderful play. The doubles, good stuff here. It's got some old school fades. Ace is good for running the ball. There's a good 0-1 trap there. Split Y flex, split slot are also pretty solid. We'll go through a couple plays in those. But let's start right from the top from my favorite formation in the book, single back trio. Now, there's going to be going through a lot of plays here. We're going to be, we can start from the top. We'll start from the top and move our way down to the things I run. So I'm not going to show off any runs. Running the ball is pretty simple. Halfback stretch. Zone's pretty solid. I've gotten some good gains out of that. Stretch is great. Dive is great. Delay isn't that wonderful. For some reason, this delay doesn't work as well as shotgun draws. And then halfback toss is also great too. Unless you're running into like a Lawrence Taylor, or they got like wide defensive ends, but they'll always have Lawrence Taylor out there. It'll be hard to stop that. It'll be hard to block him. You can get a chip on him or so. Let's start for the top with Smash Texas. All right, so I'm gonna go down on my ebook here. Let's just run it against. They'll probably come out in like a nickel, so we'll just run it against base, because we can always audible to. Let's go audible to like cover 4 quarters. So let's start off in like a Tampa 2. Although most people are in cover 3, so maybe this is wrong, but we'll just start like this. All right, so Smash Texas. I got about 5 setups for this thing. Let's move the ball back a little bit. I generally like to run these on Hashmarks, because you'll mostly be on Hashmarks during this game. So I'm in the middle of the field, but I shouldn't be. All right, let's do it like this. All right, so because you're so rarely in the middle, you set up your offense. There's a big difference between Hashmarks and where you go. So this single back trio, I can attack from both Hashmarks to both sides of the field. So right for this Smash Texas, so you can here's the first setup. It's just a simple flood pattern. You can streak the inside or outside guy. So if, like, you could streak Brown or fade him, streak him, fade him, drag Washington, drag McDonald. You can leave that angle route on your halfback. I almost always like to have 6 blockers on the field with my halfback blocking if I need it, and then smart route Smith-Schuster. So against cover 2, this isn't the greatest because those zones drift back. But even against cover 2, so watch this. you can hit that drag there. So you see how he dragged? So that's like a 9-yard gain. Basically, you're gonna throw it to that corner route if they're in hard flats. Let's do a cover 3 here. Oh god dang it! I don't have a cover 3 in this. Ah shoot. All right, well I messed that up. We'll have to re-choose it. We'll re-choose. We'll go to a cover 3 stock. Nickel, cover 3 stock. So there's the simplest of setups. It's just basically flood patterns, right? Washington, McDonald, Brown. So I like to streak Washington in this instance because it's cover 3 and he won't get bumped off the line of scrimmage. Cover 2, you can streak either of them. So there, Smith-Schuster out there. It's a nice little corner route. It's very similar to the elite route running corner route, which is our glitchy. So there we go. So there. Easy peasy. That's against purples. I'll show it against cloud flats, and then we'll move it on. Obviously, hard flats are different, but you'd always check it down, too. All right, there you go. There's the play setup. So against cloud flats, a little tighter of a throw, but there you go. I think that was completed. They're waving their arms side to side, but we'll call it a completion. All right, next setup. All right, let's try this. We'll max protect. Fade you. Like this. This is against more like blitzing stuff. I've only run this a couple times. But basically you get 2 crossers, medium, and then there you go. There's another setup. That's the max protect setup. Always when I max protect stuff, if they're not sending everybody, like when I max protect, you can always send another route on the field. You can send McDonald on a drag, always. But yeah, that's that setup. All right, next up, streak or curl the tight end. Let's curl it this time. Streak inside wide receiver, slant middle wide receiver, in route outside wide receiver. Wait, in route outside. Look tight end to half. Wait, what the hell? All right, yeah, sorry. Curl. I forgot. I accidentally blocked the running back. Curl tight end. Streak inside wide receiver, slant middle wide receiver, in route outside wide receiver. I worry about the slant and the curl coming to the same place. But basically, let's just watch that play out. So I can hit the running back here, slant, drag, running back. So there's it's basically a short pattern. It's not the best setup, but I feel like there's more there on that streak inside. Oh, this is a quick throw. That's right. This is a quick throw. This is against like blitzes. If you send 5 against blitzes, quick throw. So you throw to Brown quick or Washington quick or Connor. You could block Connor. But basically, this is a quick throw. They're going to throw a blitz. Throwing behind a streak is a good way of beating a blitz. So you streak to clear out a zone and then throw it right behind it. That's what I meant to do with this. So basically, if they're going to use the streak, so basically your first look is to the streaks. If they're evacuating the zone, you throw to the streaks against the blitz. If they're going to use her, if they're using the streaks, throw to the slant or the in. So like you can throw that slant, in routes cover, so slant. There you go. So it depends on what they're using. You throw to where they're not. It's a quick throw. All right, and next setup, in route outside, streak. All right, so streak you, motion you across. You can block the halfback if you want, and it's basically it's a flood pattern to the other side of the field. So the drags, tight end. There you go. It's a flood pattern the other way. So you can flood the left, you can flood the right with those plays. Next one, last setup, streak middle wide receiver, drag outside wide receiver and inside, curl tight end, motion outside wide receiver cross. All right, this is a mesh concept with that halfback getting a little deeper than the other plays. All right, so mesh, then the halfback kind of on a deep post, so they can't use her. Whoops, that was a fuck up. But yeah, throw the drags basically is what I'm saying. All right, so that's the 5th setup of that set. Let's move on to the next one. We got a lot of content to get through, so I'm not going to spend too much time running the plays over and over. Next setup will be drive wheel, one of my favorites. I absolutely adore this play too. We'll go against cover 3 to start off here. Let's do trips on near side. So like on the near side, my absolute favorite play is the one that attacks going left with the crosser. But this is a good change up, so maybe I should have done this one after that one. But basically, here you go. Slant. Sorry. Slant the middle wide receiver. Streak the outside. The outside wide receiver needs to be your fastest. Your inside wide receiver needs to be a lot slower. And then in route your tight end over there. So this is the setup. Basically, what you're going to do is have that B open along the sidelines if you have enough speed differential and if they don't match coverage you. So here we go. Match. Oh, shoot, I got sacked. So do you see how that matched coverage? Just check it out on the tight end. See how open he is, though? This is a concept I got from Deuce Close. So let's try it again. This is with purples on the field. So you see how... God dang. Anyways, I got sacked. A lot of pressure. 4-man against 6-man. Let's hold up, boys. In game, you get a lot more time than in practice mode. One more. So he's matching. Just sort of tight end and get your 5 yards. But generally, it depends on what coverage they have in the field. Some match, some doesn't. So I'll show it to you to the wide side. It's okay. I generally run it to the near side because they expect me to go. They expect me to go left to right. So this is a way of attacking the left sideline, even on the left. All right. So streak. Whoops. What did I do? All right. Reset. Streak Washington in route, slant route. The slant keeps the user going left to right, which is why I keep it on the field, because they expect crossers to come from if you're on the near sideline. So you see how they matched, and then you can throw it again. There he is. 15 yards. 10, 15 yards. So nice little check down because the match coverage happens. Otherwise, I love this play too, this way of setting it up. Generally, I'll go like here. So streak Smith-Schuster, drag and in route your other guys, and then McDonald should be open. It gets open so much unless they user it. It needs to be user to get to not be open. So you have your check downs and your tight end post route across the middle. That gets to a nice vulnerable spot of the defense. I'll show it once more. You can even slant this guy. I think I like the in route better than slanting because it feels like the in route drags him down a little bit better. But there you go. All right, now let's go to my favorite play in the single back trio, which is PA solid corner. And there you go. I would only throw this to the far sidelines. It can work to the near sideline, but I prefer this far sideline. Fade McDonald. Make sure your tight end's got a lot of these stuff requires a clear out. A lot of my concepts, so you want your fast guy to be that clear out route. McDonald's okay speed. But like in Mutt, a Kittle would be perfect. So here's the setup. Drag Washington, fade McDonald, block your running back. All right. Pretty simple. You guys know how to run crossers. So you look B, and then Y is also open. So Y, they generally will cover B with their user. Some of them cut back to Y. But just know, you only have to, just to make the right decision, you'll be fine. Otherwise the drag is always there. I mean, drags are almost always there. See how easy that is? Y is open. B is a tough fit. But generally, you can make that work. Just against cover 2 cloud flats, I would not recommend throwing that Smith-Schuster out as it will be covered. All right, so that's my favorite play, the one that I spend most of the time doing. You got the dive, like I said, verticals. Verticals are great. I don't like Washington's normal vertical route. You see that? This is normal route. See how it kind of stutters at the line? It's got that out route. That's not a good out, so I generally re-streak him or re-fade him, just so he gets it better. But basically, do this to the far sidelines. You guys know how to run a vertical. And throw the seam. Right? I don't have to talk about verticals too much. Throw the seam against the blitz. But right there, it wasn't open because he wasn't blitzing. But there. That's what it is. Oh, dang it. All right. Next one. So, this next one I haven't really fully, I would say, worked out. But it's okay for a couple yards. Near the goal line, I would say it's fine too. So like if they're in a try cover 4 drop show 2, say we're near the goal line. I think Smith-Schuster on break is okay. Nah, it matched. We might need to go like so they're in purples. So let's make it like let's imagine like it's the goal line. and they're like this. Put him there. So either you high point to McDonald or throw Smith-Schuster. There you go. Low point to Smith-Schuster. So it's basically a trail route. Nothing too fancy about it. I don't throw it a lot. It's a tough throw. I prefer high points at the goal line. We'll go into high points when it better in my shotgun sets. Otherwise, the bubble screen. Bubble screen is great. It's gotten a little bit worse because I think people kind of start to expect it against 335 odd. They'll go and jump that bubble screen. And then spot is okay also. Spot is basically the same setups as Smash Texas, but with just a different guy. I think I prefer Smash Texas over Spot. But those are your that's your single back trio breakdown. A lot of ways to attack the field. All right, let's go to single back ace. What I like about single back ace, tight end cross is great. Let's do cover 3 again. And out route, you can out route or zig route that guy. I generally like to fade Smith. I would prefer his post to be on the field, but it doesn't properly clear out the guy if he's on a post. So then Brown, I'll put on a backside in route, smart routed in, something like that, just as like a check down. You can even like smoke screen him, but it's just like way of keeping it down. But I prefer more in routes. So here's the setup. You're attacking the right sideline with a crosser from your tight end. So you got your in route, and then your tight end's just open down the sideline. There it is. Pretty simple crosser at a single back ace. What's nice about this is that you can flip it, symmetrical, and we'll see how it plays here flipped. It's not going to get the same depth, which is unfortunate, but yeah, doesn't really work to the near sideline. But you can flip it and throw it to the check down. So that is that one. We'll attack the other sideline in a second here. Next play is tight end option in. A lot of stuff you can do here. Oh shoot, I don't have the setups written in my ebook yet. I'll have to remember them. I think there's a few setups here. Streak James. I don't love the option route for McDonald. Block. And there you go. Motion him across. You got guys going left to right. Drags open, slant, and then like depending on where they're using, the X would have been open. If they used your drags, then you use the drags, then throw to the X. Otherwise, that is what it is. James. Another setup is just, a post and 2 drags. How solid. And single back ace is great because it's runs. Like I talked about, we're not going to talk about runs. But, yeah. You're taking advantage of the user with 2 posts and 2 drags. With a post and 2 drags. So that's the other setup. Yeah, that's all I want to go through in that play right there. There's another ace wide receiver stretch. I don't love it because it takes so long to develop, but like this crossing route from the wide receiver is okay. It's fine. Move over to wing slot. The reason why wing slot isn't as good in this book as it is in other books is the PA fork. Let me do one last thing about the ace. The runs. Toss, stretch, and then a slam. Good runs. That's why you like the ace. So run the ball a lot. Wing slot. This PA fork doesn't get enough depth on that fork route like it does in other playbooks, so it's not that good. Otherwise, you can get a cover 3 beater here if you want. Let's show you a cover 3 beater. I think it's got to be run to this side. Streak the slot. Out route him. Motion him out. I put in another blocker for my running back. I believe this does beat cover 3. There you go. 1-play touchdown against cover 3. I don't love 1-play touchdowns this year because I don't get a lot of time in the pocket because of the blitzes. So like blocking 6, you can block more than that, but that's kind of where I'm at. All right. Otherwise, a solid play here is inside cross. inside cross here is a very solid play, especially at the goal line. So depends on what they're gonna use it though. It's like, so if they're on Manti Te'o, you really gotta play off the user. So it's 2 drags and that hook zone. That hook will work against cover 4 if they're using somebody else. Like, watch it just get open naturally. Like if they're chasing drags. So it gets open naturally. You can high point it too. But so if they're off chasing drags, otherwise just throw to the drags. It's a good open field play too. The running back on a wheel route will beat a lot of guys on the sidelines. So cover 4. Watch the wheel route. They're pretty powerful this year. As you guys learned from our Master Gamer stuff, they're pretty nice. So that's a solid play out of there. Let's go to the next one. I want to show you a cover 4 beater out of trips Y slot. Who we got? Juju fast enough? He might be fast enough. But this PA slot cross shot will one play cover 4. And if I see somebody spamming cover 4 against me, this is my make them quit type of play. Block your running back and then just wait. So just wait. You want to have a Tyreek Hill. Oh, I got hit while I was releasing. 6 guys against 3. I can't block them long enough. All right, stay in the pocket and wait. And what I like to do here, I like to drift to this side, like I'm trying to get my crossers open, and then hit it. So that way the user keeps going with the crossers, thinking I'm going to throw the crossing route, and they're not looking deep enough for me to beat the cover 4 over the top. So it's kind of like a lot of times when you're using, you either consciously or subconsciously follow where the quarterback's going. So if you see the quarterback drifting right, then you're as a user more likely to go right. Oh god dang it. Just be my double team. So you're as a user more likely to go right because you think they're wanting an angle. So then I fake that way. I go back a little left and then I chuck it as far as I can over the top. So one more time. Good blocking. I hold it to the left in the pass lead. All right, so that's a cover 4 beater. Next up, trips Y slot, PA slot wheel. Similar concept that I saw in single back trio that I showed you guys. We'll go against cover 3. Similar concept here. Streak the outside receiver. James should get open. I like to block my running back there. And then a backside check down in case this gets used. So it should match. There you go. 15 yards. Taking advantage of the AI. Even if they're in hard flats, you throw the wheel. Cloud flats, here I'll show. They're in cloud flats now. That was against purple. So here we go. Here's cloud flats. Still matching. Only thing that's not going to match are hard flats. So we'll show it with hard flats. And throw it to that. Oh, shoot. I got throw it to RB right there. I got sacked before I could throw it. But that's a good play right there. Single back A slot. You have the smash concept, which is really nice. You guys know I love smashing televisions. Alright, so you could almost run it stock. Smith-Schuster. James is attacking a little bit too much of the field. So sometimes I'll fade him. But basically, like, X right now, taken, so B. See? That was purples on the field, too. So we'll watch Cloud Flats. Here are Cloud Flats. Stays more with B, but still. Smash. Perfect. Otherwise, to the right side of the field's really nice, too. Throw it out to Connor quick. Pick up 5 yards. Spin out a AI or CPU when they click on, or player when they click on it. You can also do something like this. Block your halfback. Similar smash concept, but you got double drags instead this time, instead of that fire out. So you can check down quicker to your drags, but you still have him. So smash is really good. That's what I like in the single back ace. Otherwise, the halfback dive and stretch are fucking amazing. The runs right there are fucking awesome. This crosser you'd think would be good, but it's not. That crosser play sucks, unfortunately. But yeah, run the ball. If you're gonna be in single back A slot, you need to run the ball 75% of the time. It's that good. Slot under's got some potential too. PAFL stretch, I've run that a few times. You always love post routes. Always nice, beating cover 2, get underneath it if they get lazy there. But yeah, really that's my favorite play is the smash. I don't run in this one a lot. Single back A slot, so you can do other things, but that was my favorite. Do I have a bunch? I don't have anything in bunch written down. Basically, I like bunch. I like bunch for 2 things: the quick pitch and the Seattle. PA end around is okay, but it's more of a meme. PA counter waggle, that's similar, flood patterns too, but I do it out of other formations, which I don't have to specifically get to. But let's go to Seattle first. Well, let's check out Seattle. What I like about Seattle, you see this a lot online, are when guys come out, say cover 3, you motion Brown to the outside, and then you just quick throw him. Spin one guy out, and you're gone. So that's what I like about that. I also am a big fan of quick pitch, especially the goal line. You can even motion him out to get higher spacing there, and didn't do shit. Perfect. Whoops. I wanted to throw the quick pitch again. It's like perfect example. We got tackled in the backfield, right? Quick pitch. I like a lead the way guy on my tight end and my fullback out there. So the only downside of this is not bunch ace. It doesn't have the halfback wham. If it had the halfback wham, I'd love this formation, but it doesn't, so it's only okay. All right, next up. All right, we'll go to shotgun sets next, and then we'll switch down to shotgun sets next, and then we'll switch down to the I form strong and weak because I don't use them as much. All right, so let's just take it from the top. These are like my order of favorite. I like bunch best, then Y off trio, then doubles. Ace, I feel like there's potential in ace, but I haven't unlocked it. But let's start from 1 of 6 and keep going. All right, gun split slot. Are you guys excited about Dobbs? About shovel option? I know I am. All right, so basically look at your pitchmen, Connor and Samuels. There you go. It's got a decent shovel option. If you know how to read it, you know how to play it. They buffed options in the last patch. Whoops. See, I can't read it. I don't run it much, but it's there. It's usable. If you can read your quarterback and pitchman. So let's read again. Yeah. All right, so it works a little bit. All right, PA wheel. Good play. I don't have my setup written down for this. Let's see if I can remember it. Stock is almost fine. And then you got a couple blockers in front of you. Stock is almost okay because you got reads from the Z route to the wheel route. Z route to the wheel route to the drags and under. I like to cancel that play action. B's open, A's open. Oops, and I got sacked. So if you cancel the blocking to get more blockers in here, hopefully provide you more time. Still. Y's out there stretching the D. X. Ooh, yeah. Whoa! Alright, maybe that Z route isn't as good as I thought. If the deep safety's playing it, yeah, fuck that route. Otherwise, slot post angle is really nice in this book too. I like this play right here. Slot post angle. What you're gonna do is you're gonna read the angle route for the halfback to the Smith-Schuster route, and then Washington can potentially get open too. So watch Washington because he gets a chuck on your post. Washington then becomes open. So check down here. This guy's open for a few yards. It really depends. Right there, you're reading the user 100% of the time. So, like, if they go play your angle route, post route's open. But you see how we play the post, so just throw the angle. Easy high-low read. And then the backside, if it's man coverage there, you can throw the curl, but because he's zone, he's sitting under that curl. You see that? That's right where there is. Otherwise, another good thing, watch this. Streak, and then that post route comes open across the middle. So you can do something like this. Streak the outside guy. So watch that post route come open on the sideline. So vulnerable. Oh, man. That's like me on prom night. That's even with purples. So that's something you can wait on, too. So the setup, streak them. You can even leave it as is. I prefer a drag as a check down for Washington, but I can see why you'd want to leave him out there in that out route. So, solid. Just confusing to the user. You might be chasing B or Y because of the angle, and then A is butt naked. All right, next up, gun split Y flex, which means the tight end's in the slot. That's what a Y flex means. Backs cross. It's really the only play that I actually like. Like, corner strike should be good. Corner strike last year, this would have been freaking powerful. But this year, it's only okay. I haven't really found a lot of use for C routes yet, except for motion them across. Cover 3 sky. Double drags in, and then a Z route. Solid. Drags. In's open. B's not really open. Depends on what kind of player they have there. I shortened it up by playing sticks on Smith-Schuster. Alright, so a B got matched. Interesting. So B gets matched against cover 3. Let's try it on this hash mark. Like, double drags with the in route. Perfect. Yeah, still matched. Weird. I don't love that play. You don't see me really run it. It's just there. Double mesh for your running backs is always nice. Alright, what's the next one? So, something like what you'll see in my... I have an elite route runner at tight end. So a lot of times you'll see like the 6, 8, 9 hook or anything with like that running back going out to the flat. You can always make a flood route naturally by putting a corner route on the slot and then a flat route and a streak. So that's always there for available at any formation, which is nice. You can make anything into a good flood pattern. Mesh here. I want to show mesh. I'm not going to put it on the field, but basically motion that corner route across and you have like a mesh post type situation. You see how the corner from the slot? Motion them across and then boom. Mesh post. Really nice. Quick reads there. You can block your halfbacks for dual protection. Why shall... Alright. This goes wise post has got an old school fade. So I'll show this is Nat Purcell's favorite. You see Smith-Schuster's route out there? Gets outside. So watch it. You throw it when it's right there. And you got a nice little thing against cover 2. A way of taking the sidelines against cover 2. Just basically a butte. Otherwise, you can do things like this. You can max protect if you want. Then you have a post and a drag too. So multiple reads. If for some reason you don't like that sideline route, you do have the post and drag. And there you go. All right, into one of my favorites, Y off trio. One of my favorite play. It's like my go-to when I need like 25 yards. You see this a lot in like the Saints. You saw me run this too in the a lot of them. But anyways, max protect if you need it against a blitz. Fade Washington, slant Smith-Schuster. Whoops, slant them. There you go. This is one setup. There's many setups for this, but this one is mine. Whoops, I got hit. Max protect, I got hit. Practice mode beauties. But otherwise, if they're not sending everybody, you can drag McDonald. I don't have a preference which side of the field I run it to. You can run it on any side. But the reason I keep McDonald blocking is so I can playmaker Smith-Schuster. Smith-Schuster will be somebody like Tyreek Hill that I have playmaker on. So I can playmaker him to open spots of the field. So like, playmaker him up. Like with playmaker Cam, he would have reacted better. Boom. Easy. Just like we drew it up. Next up after that. So that's just. I mean, you can do a lot of things with this. You can even keep on McDonald on that fade. Do stuff like this. Basically, what you're trying to do is take them away from stopping your poster out to Brown and to user that. So you want them to follow you left to right, and then you hit them over the top of that. But you guys have seen that a lot in online play, so that's nothing new. All right, next play, vertical tight end cross. Oh, I don't have it in here, darn. I thought I would. This one's wonderful, beating cover 2 with a deep blue. Vertical tight end cross. Cover 2 with a deep blue. It's like Tampa 2. And then they put... Shaz might have a chance of stopping this. The big frustrator. But Washington right here should be able to beat him. Unless if he gets chucked, then he won't beat him. The problem is if he gets chucked or not. We'll see if he gets chucked. Yeah, he gets chucked. So he's not going to beat him. But Tyreek Hill. That's Tyreek Hill. He'll beat people deep for cover 2. So they somehow base the line. They're sending anything. I don't know. Washington might get open there. So that's how I've beaten cover 2 a lot of times with this route. Whoops, I forgot to put him on the deep blue, but see, he's open. But that's woo! It's a hell of a throwaway. That's how you do it. Let me put a deep blue on this time. So watch if you get chucked. If you get chucked, it's fine doing something like this. Then you have a post drag check down if your cover 2 doesn't work. There you go. There's a deep blue beater. All right. Slot option. So one thing, this book does suffer from a lack of double moves. The one double move that I've found to play well, slot option against man coverage. So if they run like, say, I don't love this against man blitzes, but if they run like some sort of cover 0, which isn't really meta this year like it was, say, in 17. But a lot of people run mid blitz because it's so effective in online play. So maybe you block a bunch of guys, drag, slant. You can even send in extra guys protection, but watch Brown there on the left. And of course he got bumped. Well, he got bumped, so he got slid down. Like that's an illegal bump downfield, but max protect. So he's getting bumped. He's getting chucked downfield. I'll tell you, baby, that doesn't happen to me in real life. So, maybe if I switch hash marks. Yeah, he's getting chucked. That's too bad. I've thrown that in game and it's worked a few times for me. For the few people that run mid blitz. Otherwise, against man blitzes, just run slants because you can always take a slant to the house pretty easily. So run slants and run them from multiple ways. They generally don't keep up with your tight end, weirdly enough. They don't use your tight end on a slant often. I've noticed they chuck off the tight end pretty quickly. All right, next play here. PA wide receiver in. Let's try this. Against nickel. Cover 3. So, one setup, streaky tight end, drag Washington, motion Washington. Oh, whoops. No, that didn't work. Rip. Bad setup. X is open, and then B is open even later. It's fine. Just kind of a change up to your other powerful plays. Otherwise... see if this works. Same thing we did in single. Same thing we did in single back. Same wheel out route pattern. So that's only okay. Right here. Drag, in route, Z route over the top. Read the user, throw to who's open. Drag's open, in route's open. There you go. Seems like it would be pretty easily used there, though. So that's not that powerful of a play. All right, next up is Halfback Circle. I like this halfback circle for no real good reason. Flat route's usually open from that tight end. It's an unusual flat route, but it's usually good for 5 yards because the other guys push him off. So it's like a slant out. So usually it's good for 5 yards. It's just an unusual flat route for the tight end, and that's the reason I like it. Otherwise, like circle route, sure, that could work, but that's no different than streaking your halfback out of the backfield, which is a great streaking your halfback out of the backfield. Great play, underutilized in my opinion. Some people do utilize it well, but I feel like it should be bigger on online play because of how powerful it is. All right, moving on to gun doubles. Double sluggo, like I said, man beating route. Not the greatest double moves, but they are double moves to beat man coverage deep. Like I said, it's one of the things this book struggles with is that the man beaters aren't as good as other man beaters. So this one's just whatever. What I like about this book, X under seams. What you need, though, you need a tight end with an elite route running chem. You see where that middle streak is? Right, I'll show it to you. Right here. Put this guy on that elite route running out route. You got a flood and then an old school fade. So this old school fade destroys cover 2 like we went over before. And then if it's not cover 2, then you have that flood concept. I would drag this guy. Drag the middle wide receiver. And in route that outside wide receiver. Basically, have a way of flooding the field both sides. So, I already showed you the old school fade. I'm not going to show it to you again. Alright, gun ace. Did I skip over gun ace? This is a beautiful formation because this 0-1 trap is wonderful against a lot of looping blitzes that you'll see. So, the runs in this thing are wonderful. The passes, they're only okay. I've tried them out a lot in online play. In online play, this inside cross gets used pretty well. Because of the depth of that Z route, you see how it's kind of a short Z route? It gets used super easily. So what I've tried to do, but people seem to see it coming. So you can run it stock as is, which is not bad as is. But like to see how like the user's gonna see X and B, you see how close they are. Like with the range of Shaz, just them holding Y when the ball's released is able to user both of them. Like because he's got a 10-yard range on his jumps. Let me show it to you. So like if he's usering like right here, he could pick off both your passes no matter who you throw because of ball hawk. So no matter if you throw to the deeper guy or the shallow guy, he's picking them both off. So that's why it's not great stock because of how powerful Shaz is and what. In real life, that's probably enough deep separation distance, but so you need to modify that a little bit. So I like a clear out, maybe a shorter in for Schuster. Try like this, but the thing is they're going to jump back to the middle, so you're just going to throw the drag a lot. So clear out, drag, X. There you go. That's your setup for that play, but expect the Z route to get used because for some reason, people, if it's muscle memory for past years, that Z route out of gun bunch was so powerful for so many years that many people are understandably weary of that zone of the field, especially from that wide receiver for some reason. Gets picked. Another one I kind of want to show. This one, I want to see these corner routes from the tight ends at the goal line. We'll just go in the middle. Sometimes I like the high point curls, but many times corner routes are solid too. So we'll first try and smart route them. See if this works. So it can work. He was in a cover 3 there. But yeah, this one, I think Raffle talked about this play. High point tight ends near the end zone. Yeah, that one wasn't that good. But let's try it one more time. Hitch corners. What if we go like out routes here? Make sure and get those. Make sure and get those corners way to the outside. Yeah. Oh, and he dropped it anyways. Is that Old McDonald? Yeah, Old McDonald sucks. So otherwise, just curl those tight ends and then throw them high. I like curling near the goal line. All right, on to one of my favorite formations, gun bunch, tight end. There's so many plays here. It's crazy. It is absolutely fruity insane. Lots of love here with PA all cross. Beautiful goddamn play. I think, yeah, let's start with this one. Oh, I should have showed the goal line play out of this one first. What do you think? Nickel? Let's do cover 3. Alright, so same concept there. I like to in-route Smith-Schuster like this. I like to in-route and then smart route him to the first down marker. This is my setup for this play. It's pretty glorious. Y has to be used or else it's open against every coverage. As I drop it. That'll happen. Pressure was coming on me in a dirty way, and we needed to release it early. If you can hold it on to a half second longer than when I threw it, then that's nice. So hold on to it, hold on to it, hold on to it, spring it. There you go. Perfect. So that has to be usered. Otherwise, if they're using that, that's what the backside in route is for. That's why you smart to the first down marker. So you get yourself a first down when they use the crosser. See how it's not being used? The crosser's not being used, but there it kind of was. So we just throw it to the in route. Beautiful. Against man, though, what's great against like a man blitz? This is wonderful against it. I'll slant that tight end. Slant Smith-Schuster. Motion him across. All of a sudden, they've got way too much shit to user. Way too many things going to too many different sides. You see how many there was? Yeah. Next up after this, but otherwise, I mean, there are certain funky things you can do with the formation. Like if you want to beat the cover 3 to the sideline, you can motion him across. Easy. He didn't get his feet down though, so not that easy. Regardless, stuff like that you can do. I'm an okay fan of that. Gun bunch tight end. Follow should be better than I think it is. Solid near the goal line, like I talked about in my single back trio trail play. But I've had mixed success with it, so I'm not going to go over it. Next play, I have tight curl flat's great. Let's go over tight end corner. No, probably a nickel formation they'll have on the field. Streak him, curl him, block him. Beautiful. I didn't get the drag back. I prefer my corner route to be a little slower. I guess it's fade him, isn't it? And if they use that corner, yeah, it's fade him. If they use that corner, then you just go to the in route and you playmaker him. You playmaker this in route. There it is. Fade. Do I have streak? No, yeah, fade. Fade makes all the difference. All right, so next up. All right. Next up, streak inside wide receiver, drag tight end, and outside wide receiver. Block halfback, motion him across. You got double drags and a post route. Drags are open, post route comes open. Ooh, late. If you can't get sacked, if you don't get sacked by that pass rush. Do you guys see that? I'll do it one more time. A lot of things still to get through. A lot of setups. A lot of similar concepts, though, you guys see? Because basically this game is all around beating a user. So, oftentimes you'll throw those drags, though. Like, you can throw to the post only if you get a really aggressive user on the drags. But take your 5 yards every time you can get it. Is my biggest tip. Alright, here it is. Next, this is the same concept, but going from the other way. Streak middle wide receiver, drag your outside guys, and then motion him across. Same concept, but going the other way. There you go. Yeah, it's same stuff. You end up hitting the similar part of the field, but just one's going this way, one's going that way. How about, I want to test something. Watch these crossers and how far you get to the sideline. So B, Y. Yeah. So basically, once they get to the sideline, they're also decent. All right. So just wait on a little bit longer. All right. Next play. Solid. Like, you can run this play, this next one, inside switch out of other plays. What I like about this. So we'll go Tampa 2 or something. Streak Brown, motion him across. Now you got the this is like another flood pattern. So it's similar to your motion from your other thing. It's similar to your motion from those other plays, but this time you can still snap it in motion. But this time you're going to the right side of the field. So you pass your halfback. If they're in hard flats, you pass the corner out. Simple read. Otherwise, if the user over there, you check down to Washington's a great check down. Smith-Schuster also gets open a decent amount. So Smith-Schuster, not open. So throw here. And if you can go the right direction, you get 5 yards. But your first look is to the running back corner route. All right. Next. Yeah, you can always just snap and throw it here too. I have it that. If they're not in hard flats. Snap throws, decent too. All right, next play. Nope, not here. Curl flat corner is our very next play. Curl flat corner. I would put your slowest receiver right here, or tight end on this Washington, because what you need is a distance between Smith-Schuster and Washington. So this isn't a great matchup because I think they're kind of similar in speed. Wait, did I already show this? I feel like I already showed this for some reason. No, I showed it the other way. Nope, I showed it with the inside. Yeah. I think I already showed this one, didn't I? Why does it feel like I already showed? Because I showed a similar concept at a tight end corner. That's right. Curl flat corner. I like on the outside. So I think this one's better than the tight end corner. It seems to get more open, but very similar. Very similar concept. Again, I like to run that to the wide side of the field. A lot of those crossing patterns go to the wide side of the field. I'm in the middle of the field, but definitely pay attention to hash marks. This was one I like, this play, just because of how hard it is to use with the X spot. Because they expect when a tight end breaks out for them to run a corner route, right? So they expect when that McDonald goes out for it to be a corner route. So I wouldn't be against taking advantage of that. Doing something like this. Motion across. And they're like, okay, let me use this tight end. And he's going to fake out, then whoop, back in. It gets to a nice sensitive part if they don't use it. So they might get distracted. Hopefully they do get distracted. But that is kind of the setup. Right there. Hopefully they over pursue the slant or something. It's really a guessing game. I don't think it's that powerful because it is, you really need to read the users well, and they can fool you, man. They're moving quick. Shaz moves across the field super fast, so it's just an interesting route to fake out a user is all that it really is. All right. Let's go. So I think that's most of what I wanted to show in Bunch. Bunch is very powerful though. This halfback off tackle and this draw are wonderful. Otherwise, at the goal line, I'll run something like stick. So here's my setup at the goal line for stick. Cover 4, it's not as good, but I curl. So Brown, I want my tallest receiver right there. Smith-Schuster, I like him going outwards. I like this setup at the goal line, and then you high point McDonald or Brown. So the Connor and Smith-Schuster are basically to drag players away from your curls to try and get zones over there. Washington hopefully distracts the user a little bit, but otherwise Brown and McDonald are just high point targets. And that's back of the end zone, within the 5-yard line. But otherwise, run the ball. That set's great too. All right, moving back out of shotgun sets into the actual heavy sets. because these are the ones that use the least. But the playbook's named after him, so there's got to be something there, right? Well, there is something there. Strong Eye Pro. All right. PA Power O. Let's get it. All right. Fade tight end. Slant far wide receiver. Either carry at the pass back or halfback. So this is great. Wonderful play. Flat routes open. Slant. Crosser. Beautiful location on the field. There you go. Trying to distract him underneath. And then get your crosser to come across. Absolutely gorgeous looking play. Next play. Please be here. Z spot. No, I don't have it. Shoot. Z spot. Of course, I don't show like I want to say again. I don't show off runs, but I will. I'm only showing passes. So make sure and run the ball a bit. I'll talk about which runs are good. All right, so slant Smith Schuster, wheel your running back, motion him left, look flat first, then Z route to the slant, wheel getting open. Flat first to Nick's, slant, then Z. Z is butt naked, slant. Slant and Z get to a similar part of the field, is that right? I wonder if I want to do something like this. Wheel your running back. Maybe I should make it so it's more of a levels, like this. This is only blocking 5 though, so we'll see what kind of pressure they bring always. So now it's yeah. So in route the B. In route wide receiver. Okay. Next up, strong eye, wide receiver curls. Like people when you come out in a heavy set like this, people don't expect you to pass. So the reason the passes are so good, it throws them off. Where's my wide receiver curls? Curls for the girls. There it is. All right, this one's great. In route this guy, block fullback. Here you go. There it is. You're going left. You're going left with this play. Y's open. A's open. not really. In route block. So basically, this one's flowing left. A lot of the ones flew right. So we like to have flows on both sides of the field when these kind of stuff. You can always streak X2 to clear out for A. But there you go. Kind of just a lot of check down. See what the user's doing. So yeah, a lot of this book is made around trying to beat users. That's a streak of the X. A's open, B's open. But yeah, so that's how to attack the sideline left with that play. You guys saw me how I was attacking right with the Power O play. Oh shoot, I didn't show the second setup there. Second setup was. Oh, very similar. Yeah, I showed the second setup with a streak. Never mind. F angle. Ooh, this was a good one too. I actually really like the heavy set passing plays. The reason I don't love it because I just love the other ones a little bit more. And I've practiced the other ones. F angle. Streak the left. Receiver. In route the far right. Curl the tight end. This is great because you get that Knicks route carries across the field. And so it's like a deep post almost, and then the in route to Smith-Schuster. Again, another way attacking left, when we're usually attacking right on this. So they got a user B or that. So you just check down. There you go. There's a setup. All right, next play. PA slide. It don't matter. We'll just keep it in cover 3. That's what most people run. A lot of this stuff works against cover 2. All right. Either block the running back or cut it short. This is similar to like the PA slide and split close. RB is open for 5 yards, A or B. So, choose it. Choose your own adventure. Here it is. I'll play it out. Cut it short. A, B, so on. So that was, I mean, that was a purple zone, and it bit down hard on that running back. But say if they shift to something like this. Let's go to the D lineman. A. Oh, that. Oh, I didn't streak that guy, did I? Yeah, you need the comeback there. Switch to cover 2. See if this works well against cover 2 or not. There you go. Comeback routes are underutilized this year, I feel. PA wide receiver in. Oh, I don't have it. All right. PA wide receiver in is just the backside in is pretty solid there. I won't show it to you. Let's move on to the next formation. Strong eye, twins over. Interesting. I want to see this. I want you guys to see this. All right, streak McDonald. So you got no pass protection there on the left. Low. Block running back. So hopefully he can pick it up. Swing. Oh, yes, right now we got the fullback blocking. We'll swing the halfback left. Motion this curved post over. A to B. B gets in a very sensitive part of the field. So, depending on what they use it there, the reason you motion is there to get into a good spot of the field. Oh, I didn't motion him there. So this is without the motion. See how it, I mean, it still got to a decent spot, but yeah, I like it with the motion better. To slow him up a little bit. A is nice, B is tender. There you go. Fast tight ends are needed. Otherwise, I actually don't like the runs in that one that much. The twins over. I don't like it. Strong eye tight. PA slide. PA slide's solid. I think this PA tight end cross is my favorite. Yeah. Let's try. PA slide's very similar to the last one. PA slide that we went through, but I'll go through. There's a couple more twists in this one. So you motion the right tight end to the left. Streak and look corner out. What? Motion the right tight end to the left. Look corner out. Yeah. So it's flood concept this way. There you go. We'll do it against cloud flats here. Purple seem to be taken advantage of. So this is the way to attack left. I'll show to attack left and right in this formation. This one's kind of a giveaway because you motion there. There's against cloud flats even. So that's why it's so powerful. Even against cloud flats, it gets open. They'll have to user it. That's when you have the backside. You can even put like a backside in here if you're more comfortable with that. So here's a Tampa 2. Yeah. Cover 2, Tampa 2s, it doesn't work. Cover 3 with cloud flats, it does work. So, cloud flats, they play a little bit different depending on the coverage behind them. So you just kind of got to know it. It's kind of weird. All right, next one. Streak, left tight end. Yeah, streak or fade left tight end. Running back, A route, B route. So, gotta get blocking. The check down was the running back, but you can always just keep him blocked there. So yeah, cross is the same. Nice sensitive part of the field. Woo! Lit up. Third setup: streak left tight end, drag right tight end, block fullback, curl halfback, and then look crosser. Very similar setup, just the fullback blocking here with the drag being open, and then yeah. Crosser, drag, playmaker hitch. Beauty. All right, next up, I like this play the best in this form. Strong, tight, PA, tight end cross. Gotta love crosser, boys. Crossers. Makes the ladies go saucers. All right. I think... All right, watch this. Watch this post route to Brown. It just, for some reason, gets sensitive. Just like we drew it up. Gets sensitive. Wait, I'm in the middle of the field. Yeah, only it says in the notes, only to the wide side of the field. Sack before I can drop back. These guys are savage. The reason this works is because the linebacker, unless they use that post, watch the linebacker over McDonald, even in the cover 2. McDonald fucks with him. See how he drags him in a little bit? So that's a pretty easy blind throw. We'll watch it in cover. We'll see it in cover 2. I'm pretty sure it works against cover 2 too, or else I would have labbed it against cover 2. Yeah. So it's nice. Let's call cover 2 and drag the safeties down. Let's put them right there and right here. Let's see it now. Yeah, it could be usered, and that's its main weakness, is that it might be usered. Like every single route. Otherwise, let's go to the crossers. Motion the fullback right and streak. Streak. Outroute or zig route the tight end. We'll outroute him first. Slant the far right wide receiver. All right. Oh, I should have faded my tight end. Yeah, tight end should be on a fade. But that's how you attack the right sideline with that tight end crosser. You can also... See, I would just prefer to leave it like this, but for some reason this doesn't work as well. This tight end and the fullback. The fullback doesn't drag down the flats as easy. I think purples it might drag it down. Yeah, purples it drags it down, but against cloud flats it doesn't. Let's see it against cloud flats. Tampa 2, cloud flats even. Fade. Slant. I got hit. That's why I think I had to motion out the fullback, because the out route drags Tampa 2 better. Just try it like this. God, stop hitting me, D-line. Fuck! 4-man against 6-man is just killing me, dudes. Alright. One more time. Then we're giving up. Cover 2. No. Fuck your rush. They'll have this guy in a deep blue. There you go. So this is why I don't love it against cover 2 as much, because the cloud flats seem to stay higher, although you can fit it in there a little bit. So maybe it still works like that. You don't need to motion out the fullback. Maybe I'll change my setup for that. Streak. Since it worked right there. Streak. Tight end on the right. Alright. Fade tight end on the right. Slant the far wide receiver. Block halfback. Alright, so that's a way of attacking both different sidelines. Alright, say this is a way to beat cover 3. Outroute the left tight end. Block fullback for extra time. CB freezes. Make sure your right tight end is the best. Make sure McDonald's like Kittle. That didn't work. Yeah, that didn't work at all. Did I say motion out? Yeah. McDonald's not slow, but it's not that great of a cover 3 beater. I might delete that one. All right. 2 more setups? Holy shit. 2 more setups in this formation. It's deep, boys. Power O. It does exactly what you think it does. It's stock. It attacks the corner nicely. That's kind of what your opponent expects you to do when they come out in a formation like this. So that's why it's kind of like whatever. FB angle. Similar to what we did before. Streak the left tight end, curl the right tight end, drag the far right receiver, and look, the angle route to the drag are great. And then you use the curl route to check down if they somehow use both the drag and the post, sort of, the angle route for your fullback. All right, that's what I want to talk about. We've been through that enough. All right, strong eye wing. All right, this is great. This is essentially halfback wheel out of split close. This is why I like it. I'll just go to a 4-3-4. We'll go back to 3-4. All right, cover 3 Scott. Why do I like this? All right, can you see it? Can you see? Whoops, wrong way. Shit, I don't have it. I thought I was going to wheel the other way. But you see this? This is essentially halfback wheel with tight ends, though. So it's not that good. But similar, you're attacking similar spots. You can fade them for the corner. Slant them. Yeah, same reads, though. Slant, corner, post. So, quick reads. I like to motion him in, though. Here's his stock. Yeah, it is what it is. PA, no PA motion power. Yeah, so that was not as good. That was not nearly as good as halfback wheel, strong eye wing. But it is there. It's there for there. This one's a better man beating route, the PA motion power, because it's got a better chair route. It's still not the best chair in the game, but it can beat like a man blitz or a man coverage with no help over the top with that double move. If you smart route that double move, they break on it quicker. All right, PA slide. Very similar concept. But what's nice about this, here, I'll show it to you. They come out in cover 2. It man matches the left wide receiver. So watch the left wide receiver get man matched. Oh, come on! Come on! I think if I block my running back, I think you need to block him twice, actually, get the man match. Should be on the wide side of the field, actually. So, we're on to the wide side. Much better. So that's a way of forcing your opponent's corner into a man coverage. And it's wide open. Of course, you have the crosses and stuff, but just FYI, you can move them from other places because the cross is still solid. Like, say you fade him, then you have the entire open field. So I could streak him. I streak him, and that cloud flat is gone from memory. Otherwise, if you don't want to do the play action, you gotta block your running back twice, or else it won't keep the man match. See, watch. See, now that cloud flat's gone from memory. It was like it never happened. So you had two guys wide open there on the A, and you had both those crossers. They both had to be used. So beautiful play. So see, watch. If I block it once, see how his play art is to the right. Watch the man match. No man match. See that? So now you got an extra defender over there that you didn't want there. That's why you got to block him twice. All right. Next formation. Weak eye slot. You want to run toss as much as possible. This toss is absolutely glitchy. That's probably my number 1 goal line play. Is this toss? Put some good blockers out here. This and that curl stuff from the gun bunch, tight end, is beautiful. All right. Read fullback flat. All right. Let's attack across the field. So now we're going to attack both sidelines again, same formation. Even though these runs are great, that's why I like them. I mean, halfback blast, halfback power. They're not great. The only great one is the toss. So the rest of them are just marginal. All right, read fullback flat. Cover 3 again. Streak, right tight end, in or out the far left. I would, let's just block both our running backs. You can put one down as a check down, but this is a way of attacking the right sideline. Smith-Schuster. Damn, dude, got hit. So under pressure, throw the check down. So like if you want more, like we could just leave it like this. Now you can watch Knicks get open like right away and get like I guess 3 yards. If they're blitzing, that's a good one. Throw right away, but not when they're not blitzing. So of course when they're blitzing, you're gonna have to make your blitz adjustments, throw seam routes, but that's a different video. How to beat the blitz, like throw seam routes or streaks with slants behind them. We talked about that too. There's a few different things you can do to beat the blitz. So here it is, Schuster to Brown. So watch it again. Oh, I guess the wide side might be a little bit better, but do you see how deep he gets there? It's even better on the near sideline actually, but you can do both. But I guess near sideline is the best. So we can attack the right. We can attack the right sideline from the right hash. It's not as common as attacking the left sideline from the right hash. But with 2 receivers on this side, it's not bad. All right, so that's that play. What about halfback option? There it is, halfback option. This is a way to attack the right sideline from, the left sideline from the right hash. All right. Streak far left or middle wide receiver. We'll streak our far left, and then slant B. Actually, it might be better. Fade B, slant X, just in case it's a blitz. And then your running back, you can even leave him on that check down or block him. So this is the way. Very similar to trio. Ooh. McDonald was too fast, and my other receiver. Did my other receiver get bumped? Is that why he was so slow? That's the downside of the cover 3, is your middle receiver gets bumped. Oh, oops, wrong play. Let's do this guy. Slant him. Let's try this. There you go. We'll do it against cover 2 just to show it. Put him in a deep zone. It's got to be usered. Oh, wrong play. There you go. Yeah, you got bumped again. Meh. Slower tight end, it works better. We're getting bumped in cover 2 and 3. So if they can bump you, they'll throw off your timing, make that play a little bit harder. But if they baseline, it'll be a lot easier. So slow tight ends, good for something. All right, next play. PA boot slide. Do I have that? No. Of course, I'm only showing the intermediate routes. I'm not showing, check down, check down, check down every time, which I always try to have a check down on each of my plays. All right, this is weak slot, PA boot slide. All right, streak slot. You can curl tight end, block halfback. Really? This is the play? Streak slot, motion over right, curl tight end, or don't. I could leave on a corner. Y is butt naked. Yeah. Basically a deep fucking crosser. Deep. So yeah, the only weakness I found myself as a player have is the fact that I sometimes wait too often for my guys to get open, and the pressure's coming and I don't check down quick enough. A, X, so on and so forth. Yeah, it matches over there in the cover 3. So, that's a little bit of a longer cross. That means I don't love it as much. This next play is probably the one I use the most in the week when I want to pass. This For some reason, this PA flood just gets open. It's just beautiful. We'll do a cover 2 since we go into cover 3 so much. So McDonald. So I like to hitch route Smith-Schuster. Make sure that guy has playmaker, and then I'll block both these guys. So what I do is I read the tight end to the playmaker. This is good against pressure. Tight end, I playmaker him. There you go. Depends on what gets used. Against a cover 2 there, that tight end will not be taken by the CPU because they'll be usering him. So they'll probably end up following the tight end. If not, just take a few yards of playmaker. There you go. Pretty simple. Playmaker, streak, post. Wow, sacked. Did he just beat 3 of my blockers? These guys are fucking crazy. Next up. I think that's it. Oh, that's it. Huh. Alright, that is it for the ebook. So if you guys would like this run heavy ebook, we'll be sending out an email to all Twitch subscribers. You can subscribe with Twitch Prime for free by linking your Amazon account, so on and so forth. You guys should know about Twitch Prime over on twitch.tv/gutfox if you're on YouTube right now. Otherwise, replay the video if you want any formation breakdowns. Like I said, I don't go through runs because I feel like they're simple enough, but stretches, dives, powerful as hell, tosses. But yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the Run Heavy ebook. And, yeah. Take care, dudes. See you later.